The teasers dropped, the fandom went silent, and then, well, in an instant, the entire K-pop world was turned upside down.
Oh, it was absolute chaos.
Completely. Welcome to StarScope K-Report. Join Eric and Minji as they ride the Hallyu wave, uncovering the biggest K-pop comebacks, shocking industry controversies, and major K-drama updates.
Right. From internet-breaking rumors to historic chart milestones, we dive deep into the world of Korean entertainment.
And today's deep dive is centered around a massive headline. HYBE erased him. The truth behind Jin's missing credits.
Yeah, that title really says it all. I mean, imagine waiting almost 4 years for your favorite group to reunite, only to discover this huge controversy overshadowing the release day.
It's wild. Returning to your job after a 4-year hiatus, and while everyone else was away, you were the one carrying the weight, keeping the brand afloat.
Right, maintaining the momentum.
Exactly. And then the big reunion project launches, and your name is just completely left off the final product. Today, we're looking at how a missing name on a track list turned into a global event.
It absolutely consumed one of the largest fandoms on the planet. We're talking about the highly anticipated 2026 comeback album by BTS titled Arirang.
Which was huge.
Oh, massive. But specifically, we're unpacking the uproar over the fact that the group's eldest member, Jin, was entirely absent from the songwriting credits.
So our mission today is to break down the timeline of Arirang's creation, decode this really viral, awkward moment caught on camera.
I got completely overanalyzed.
Oh, definitely. And explore the reality of K-pop album credits and finally look at Jin's own candid explanation.
To make sure we're getting the full picture, we're pulling from a ton of sources. We've got articles from the Mail Business newspaper, the Korea Times, South China Morning Post, and Chosun Ilbo.
Plus Music Mundial and Wikipedia logs.
Right, and also official Weverse agency notices, and this really insightful deep dive Reddit thread from Ruby's thoughts. So we're looking at the official PR, the journalism, and the raw fandom reactions.
So to really grasp the weight of this missing credit, we have to establish the sheer gravity of this specific release. Because in the K-pop industry, a comeback isn't just releasing a new song.
No, it's an entire era. New concepts, new visuals, massive promotional cycles. And following a group hiatus that started in June 2022 for their mandatory military service, BTS finally reunited in July 2025.
Which led up to the March 20, 2026 release of their 5th studio album, Arirang. It's a 14-track blend of hip-hop and pop, or 15 tracks if you got the deluxe vinyl.
Yeah, good luck finding that vinyl now.
Seriously. But what's fascinating is how deeply the album incorporates Korean cultural heritage. The production details are just staggering.
They really are. Like the opening track, Body to Body, literally samples the traditional Gyeonggi folk song.
Which is such a brilliant thematic choice, taking this deeply historical song about sorrow and returning and blending it with a modern hip-hop beat for a post-military reunion.
Exactly. And then there's the interlude, number 29. This track features a field recording of the Bell of King Songdeok, which is the 29th national treasure of South Korea.
And the precision there is crazy. It's exactly 1 minute and 38 seconds long.
Right, because that's the exact duration the bell vibrates when it's struck. It's like an auditory museum exhibit placed right next to tracks produced by global heavyweights like Diplo, Ryan Tedder, El Grincho, and Mike Will Made It.
So you have this monumental album, the track list drops, and the fandom immediately starts scanning the credits, and they see heavy involvement from the members.
RM is credited on 13 tracks, Suga on 11, J-Hope on 10.
The group's Maknae, Jungkook, has 4 credits. V and Jimin have 2 each. But Jin...
0. Just a complete blank space next to his name.
Which brings up a big question. Given that Jin was the first to finish his military service and seemingly had the most free time, how did the fandom react to this glaring omission before any official explanation was even given?
Oh, it was an immediate red flag. Fans couldn't reconcile it. The speculation spread so fast across social media, fueled by that intensely protective nature of K-pop fandoms.
But wait till you hear what netizens uncovered next, because it gets so much messier.
It really does. The simmering tension exploded on March 20 during a full group Weverse live broadcast.
Right, millions of people watching live to celebrate the release.
And while discussing the production, RM casually mentioned that if Jin's solo tour had ended earlier, he could have joined them in Los Angeles. V chimed in, saying Jin's condition wasn't good because he just kept touring.
And then Jimin thanked Jin for, quote, protecting the team while the others were away. Which sounds nice, right?
You'd think so. But netizens zeroed in on the visual cues. They dissected the specific brief moment on camera where Jin's expression allegedly hardened. He looked tense.
And right then, Jungkook was seen quietly patting his shoulder.
which looked like a gesture of comfort. That split-second interaction was clipped, zoomed in on, slowed down, and went incredibly viral.
People were furious. They were asking, why couldn't the LA songwriting camp be delayed for him? They felt like the members were subtly blaming Jin for prioritizing his solo tour.
It just highlights that core parasocial relationship. Fans feel a duty to protect their bias. When they perceive a slight, emotion takes over.
And if you love staying updated on your favorites, make sure you're subscribed to StarScope K-Report because we've got even bigger scoops ahead. Just hit that subscribe button.
Seriously, you don't want to miss what happens next. Because compounding this PR crisis, HYBE made a massive unforced error.
Oh, the Weverse notice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of this outrage, BigHit Music had to issue an official apology for a printing error on the physical albums. They omitted credit corrections for track 4, FYA, and track 14, Into the Sun.
Which made the company look so careless. It just acted as an accelerant. Fans were already accusing the agency of maliciously erasing Jin, and then they publicly admit they actually did mess up the printed credits.
They confirmed the fans' worst suspicions.
But I have to push back a bit here on the fandom's reaction to that live stream. I mean, isn't it highly likely fans are projecting?
Pain.
Like, reading way too much into a split-second facial expression. We all have resting, tired faces, especially after carrying a massive solo world tour. Why jump to the worst-case scenario of intentional exclusion?
That is a completely valid critique. I mean, hyperanalysis of microexpressions almost always leads to confirmation bias. If you're looking for tension, you'll find it.
Exactly.
But in a highly charged comeback atmosphere, logic often takes a back seat, which makes it so refreshing that we found a rational voice in the Herbert's Thoughts Reddit thread.
Yeah, that thread was a breath of fresh air. Some fans were urging the community to just step back and look at how K-pop production actually works.
Right, specifically regarding KOMCA, the Korean Music Copyright Association, understanding BigHit's crediting system is crucial.
Because in Western music, it's very delineated. This person wrote lyrics, this one composed the melody, this one produced the beat.
But the South Korean system often groups producers and writers together. Songwriting isn't just sitting with a pen writing lyrics. It includes composing top lines, arranging vocal harmonies, and chord progressions.
Think of it like building a custom house. You don't just credit the painter who picks the wall colors, the lyricist. You credit the architect, the framer, the electrician.
Right.
Just because a song has 12 names on it doesn't mean the primary artist did less work. It just means the LA Song Camp had multiple specialists pitching in on structural elements.
And reasonable fans on Reddit pointed out something vital. Even if Jin didn't hold the pen for these specific tracks, his contribution to the group's survival was massive.
He kept the lights on.
Exactly. He maintained the momentum, touring globally, doing shows like Run Seokjin, and his vocals are crucial to the final sonic product of Arirang.
But because the fandom was still largely operating on emotion, the speculation kept raging. It forced Jin into a corner where he had to officially set the record straight.
Which he did in a mid-April interview with Rolling Stone. He addressed the rumors head-on with his usual pragmatism.
So he broke down the timeline clash. The LA recording sessions were booked 3 months in advance, but his solo tour had been locked in even earlier.
It was just a simple scheduling collision. When Jin finally arrived at the LA camp, over 100 songs had already been created by the group and the producers.
Over 100 fully realized track ideas. That efficiency is just, it's insane.
So Jin simply spent about 7 to 10 days test recording the best selections to see what fit his voice. And by the time that was done, the album was locked in.
The quote that really anchors this for me is when he explained his mindset during the hiatus. He said, quote, "I was worried our fans would be bored while everyone was in the military, so there I was, soothing the hearts of our fans."
It's incredibly telling. He admitted he could have been greedy. He could have delayed the album by months to force his own songwriting sessions.
But he chose not to. He called his absence from the credits, quote, "regretful, but the best choice I could make at the time."
He knew delaying it meant fans waiting even longer.
Which makes me wonder, what does this tell us about the tension between individual artistic ego and a pop star's duty to their audience? He essentially took a bullet for the release schedule.
He absolutely did. He absorbed the PR hit, the fandom panic, and the personal disappointment, all to make sure the collective project delivered on time.
And that's not even the wildest part of this comeback, because despite the panic, that sacrifice paid off in historic fashion.
The statistics are almost hard to comprehend. Arirang racked up 110 million first-day streams on Spotify.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and all 14 tracks took the top 14 spots globally.
That is a legitimate all-kill, just completely dominating the chart simultaneously.
It debuted at #1 on the U.S. Billboard 200 with 641,000 units, the biggest week for any group since 2014. And they sold a record-breaking 208,000 vinyl copies.
Which is wild. Selling over 200,000 physical vinyls when everyone just streams on their phones, it's a testament to K-pop fandoms. It's a collector's item.
And in South Korea, it sold 4.2 million copies in its first week on the Circle chart, plus a sold-out 85-date Arirang World Tour.
It completely validates Jin's sacrifice. The machine worked perfectly because he prioritized the fans.
And this connects directly back to you, listening right now.
Yeah.
The tension between individual recognition and group success is a universal human experience.
Oh, for sure.
Whether you're working on a corporate presentation or a creative group project, sometimes making the best choice means putting your own name aside to ensure the project actually launches on time.
It's a powerful reminder. But before we go, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought to mull over.
Let's hear it.
With AI tools and global remote collaboration making music production faster and more decentralized than ever, will traditional songwriting credits soon become entirely obsolete as a true measure of an artist's contribution to a song's identity?
That is a very good question. Something to think about.
Definitely. You've been listening to StarScope K-Report, where Eric and Minji bring you the stories shaping K-pop, K-dramas, and the global Hallyu wave. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.